Beston here, and I am doing a video on the latest developments with my Jeep. And I just thought it's funny that Chris Hall is my doppelganger. When I have short hair like his, and he's clean shaven, we could be brothers or twins. It's funny. I just want to give a shout out video to Chris Hall, his 4xe groups on Facebook and on YouTube that I really appreciate all that he's done. I think he is still a little bit too optimistic about the Jeep brand. I've always been pessimistic as a car enthusiast my whole life. It's just common knowledge among folks that Jeeps are generally way more unreliable than other car brands, excluding probably Yugo, Peugeot. What else is out there that's bad? Yeah, pretty much Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep are at the bottom of the barrel for reliability in a lot of instances. So anyway, I bought my Jeep Wrangler 4xe because I wanted a Wrangler. I previously had a Toyota 4Runner, and I loved the 4Runner, except it needed more power, and everything you did to it was extremely expensive. Bumpers, you had to cut away half your front end and pay $1,500 for a reasonable bumper. The Jeep, mine bolted on in about an hour and cost me, I think I paid $350. And it's been a great bumper. Yeah, it worked well for me. 4Runner, in order to fit 35s, it was modifying the frame, another $1,500 lift kit, and then it was so gutless. Re-gearing was pretty much standard for thousands of dollars more. Plus, you couldn't take the top off, and limited articulation compared to the live axle Jeep. So I wanted the Jeep Wrangler because of the capability and the affordability of the modifications, and I could personalize it for way cheaper than the new 6th gen 4Runner. I considered that. So I did my research, and I wanted a 2024 or 2025 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, and I was stuck between the V6 and the 2.0 turbo. A lot of people had high praise for the 2-liter or the 4-cylinder 2-liter turbo, and so I thought, well, I'll probably swing for the 4-cylinder, and I wanted a Willys edition. I thought that had the package and stuff I wanted, and it priced them out, and they're about $45,000 or so at the time on the lot. And Jeeps had this incredibly high resale value. So it's like, oh, you want to use one with 50,000 miles and unknown history and abuse off-road? That's going to be like $4 or $5 grand less than a brand new one. So I searched online, Dave Smith Motors, up in North Idaho. Turns out my local Jeep dealer, they had a 2024 4xe Sport S, which is pretty loaded, and it had a sticker price, I think $58,000, but they had it reduced down to $43,000, I believe, and it was within my budget. Dealership said, yeah, it's the 2020s or the 2021 through the 2023s are the 4x's with all the issues. So they've resolved all this. The recall and all the issues, that only affects the older models. The 2024s on up are good. They've fixed the issues, and we'll throw in this warranty and a lift kit, extended warranty, lift, and I think some other goodies. I can't remember what it was, but so I bought it. It was a great deal. And I thought, man, okay, Arizona and Mexico border. Did some off-roading. Did some rock crawling in Sand Hollow and Utah. Road tripped it. I averaged on the road trip 15.2 miles per gallon. 4Runner, same trip the year before with 33s and a roof rack and all that. I averaged 15.7. So the hybrid Jeep delivered half a mile per gallon average, worse than the regular, infamously bad gas mileage 4Runner. So I thought that was sad, but the Jeep does have a ton more power. It's way faster. Yeah, it's louder than the 4Runner at the highway speeds. That's removable top, and you can get the panels and address that sort of thing if you're really sensitive to it. I'm not. So yeah, but then I was happy. Love my Jeep. I plug it in. I can drive it around town, not use the battery. But unfortunately, I commute. I'm on my commute to work. It's 15 miles at 60 miles an hour. And I'm going to pass this Toyota RAV4. They're going the speed limit. How dare they? And I just hit 87 miles per hour in just a few seconds getting around this vehicle. So the power is awesome. Love the performance of the system. But then tragedy struck when recalls started popping out. And they said there's a big 68C recall, and it is affecting 2024 4xEs as well. And I'm like, wait, what? I thought we were done with all that. So, checked my VIN, boom. It's affected by the 68C recall. 56C recall was TPMS, which I don't care. I have aftermarket TPMS sensors with aftermarket wheel. I have 35s on this, so who cares? But I'm not supposed to plug it in anymore. I'm not supposed to park it next to my house or in my garage or next to any vehicles at work in our crowded parking lot. And so that's been out, 2-3 weeks now that they've announced this, and people are going nuts. It's like, well, I can't use my Jeep anymore. I can't keep it at my house. And then the next big shoe dropped, and that was the 78C recall that stated, there might be sand in your engine during the casting process, because they use sand to fill voids in the cast, and so the metal flows in a certain spot, the sand keeps it from flowing there. Then theoretically they're supposed to pressure wash, blast, whatever. I don't know what their process is, but sand is supposed to be removed after the block has been cast. Apparently that didn't happen on a large number of the 2-liter turbo motors in the 4xE. Apparently the 2-liter turbos used in the regular non-4xE Jeeps had a different process, was in a different facility. I'm sure Chris has all the deets on that one. Seems to be the guru of 4xE. But in any case, 4xEs were affected. That dropped a week or so ago. I immediately plugged in my VIN, went to the Chrysler site, the My Jeep site, or whatever it is, checked, not affected. Awesome. Because the recommendation for that fix is just don't drive. You can't drive your Jeep anymore because the engine could seize and cause a fire and catastrophic failure and kill you and people around you, so don't drive your Jeep. I'm like, well, thank goodness I'm not one of those poor suckers. Well, I went last night and they're saying, they've got more, some actual VIN numbers have dropped. So I went and rechecked. Lo and behold, I'm on that list. So the 68C recall for a bad battery with separator issues. Jeep could catch on fire randomly, apparently, sitting in my house. They say it's only in danger of catching on fire when it's charging, but when I'm driving it and I let off on the gas, it's charging. So why isn't it in danger of catching on fire while I'm driving and the battery gets charged? I don't know if it's just not enough voltage or whatever from the regenerative system, but in any case, there's no fix for that. They don't have a date. They don't know. It looks like you just need a brand new battery. And they haven't come out with that. No time. It's just a dumpster fire. But then this new issue that my Jeep is now affected by, there still is, they won't even have a suggested fix. They say until second quarter of 2026, I believe. So they're basically saying, you can't drive your Jeep. We don't know what the fix is going to be. Common sense says the fix is going to be a brand new motor. But they haven't released that, and they're not even going to address it till like July of next year. So, excuse me, thirsty, a little parched. So they're apparently, as a responsible Jeep owner and consumer, I'm supposed to not drive this thing. And, well, obviously here I am, I'm driving it, but I'm just not going to do Jeep Wave. Not drive my $60,000 investment that I put all this time and money and love into, and work, all these modifications. I got it. It's just a great, fun vehicle to drive. Everybody loves it. It gets waved at all the time. But so yeah, I don't know. I'm going to just drive it, and yeah, but I'll see. I'll wait for Chris to give some more information, some more perspective. But from being a proud Jeep owner, I don't know what the next step is going to be. Jeep, this is going to, if Jeep was responsible and moral and did the right thing, it would bankrupt them and end their company. But I don't think they're going to be moral and responsible and do the right thing. I think they're going to hide behind lawyers as much as they can and let it fall on the consumer to take a big hit. And it's going to be just a dumpster fire. But anyway, those are my thoughts. That's where I'm at. Shout out to Chris. Thanks for all the work you're doing, and look forward to your next thoughts and updates, and we'll see what the next challenges are going to be. Alrighty, thanks.